You could turn around, the defense could be it was in the heat of the moment. There is no heat of the moment. This is a work.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
So this is not real.
What is going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone. There it is right there. He's already ready to go. He's already ready to. There it is. That's going on right there. He has to put the finger on the nose to ignite the guns. That's how he does it.
That's going on right there. All right.
I'm Dr. Chris. That's Vince Russo. This is Riding with Russo. How's it going, my man?
It is going good, Dr. Chris. How you going, man?
Well, man. Well, I'm currently another day in paradise, man, as I always say, man. All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We got some things to talk about. We're going to talk about what is we are commissioned to talk today about the winners of the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank's approaching us as of this recording. It's a little bit from now, but we got some early predictions. And so without further ado, without even knowing who's going to be in it, Vince Russo, just throw a name for the men and throw a name for the women as far as Money in the Bank winners.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Man, bro. Can you go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay, you go first, bro. Go ahead.
So, I'm trying to figure out the females. So here's my thing. The safe bet would have been Tiffany Stratton, but she's under some hot water nowadays. So I think they'll probably cool her off.
What's going on with her?
Well, she gave a forearm smash to Jade Cargill at a house show, and someone videoed her calling her a black bee before she gave her a forearm smash, and so she's under a lot of hot water because of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, was it a Freudian slip? Was it a extra boost of aggression to give her a forearm smash? Regardless.
Did Jade Cargill hurt her beforehand?
No. She was actually on the apron. She was just on the apron, and it was in the corner. And Tiffany Stratton, said black bee and then gave her a forearm smash, and Jade Cargill was outside on the apron and she fell out.
When did this happen?
This week.
Wow, I didn't hear. I'm surprised. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah. We were talking about this off air as far as just how that looks like just from a professional standpoint, and like, could it offend Jade Cargill? I don't know Jade Cargill, for it. I think I would say that she's professional enough for it not to offend her. Maybe it caught her off guard, but she's, from what I've seen in the press conferences and things like that, and just on the social, she seems very professional. So it's one of those like, just kind of maybe a double take and just move on. But at the same time, when you think about it from a PR standpoint, if it affected her second cousin, and if it affected her auntie, if it affected her husband, like if it affected anyone down the line of the Cargill family, that's enough for it to have an impact on Tiffany Stratton itself, because it's just bad pub. It's just bad PR. And that's, and wiser words could have been said. And I think that's what it boils down to. Wiser words could have been said about in that particular situation. And it was unnecessary to say it before a fake forearm smash in a wrestling match.
Especially
could have been a Freudian slip.
You could turn around. The defense could be it was in the heat of the moment. There is no heat of the moment. This is a work.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So this is not real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah.
I mean, like a passion crime was in the heat of the moment. That doesn't make it okay. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that it was like, if she was a B, she was a B. You know what I mean? Like if you want to call her a bee into a forearm smash, that wouldn't have gotten zero uproar. But to put a specification on what type of bee she is, a black bee, you know what I mean? That's when it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? That's a potentially career-ending, decision, man.
It is. That really is, bro. I mean, there's no question about that. And she's a very talented young lady, man. And
Yeah. Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about so as far as just who the queen of the ring is, and it could have been her, but not sure if it's going to be her anymore. Man, I mean, as far as the Money in the Bank winner, as far as all of the women there, the only thing I can think of, well, Liv won Money in the Bank and then cashed it in to Ronda Rousey, so she won't win again. EO won, so I don't see her. I'm gonna go out on a limb. So I'm gonna say the Money in the Bank winner is going to be Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green should win the Money in the Bank. I think she should still team with Piper Niven, and Piper Niven gets upset that she wins the Money in the Bank match, and that's her babyface turn because Piper Niven feels like she's being overshadowed by the fame and popularity of Chelsea Green. There's your first, angle right there, right after Money in the Bank. You can definitely have Chelsea Green versus Piper Niven in the SummerSlam because of what, the turmoil, because of the turn, and then that can start a very, very supportive babyface run from Chelsea Green because it just seems like the fans want to cheer her, but again, WWE's booking her upstream again, which I don't understand why they do that.
I don't think they view Chelsea Green, unfortunately, as viable enough. I don't. Bro, I'll tell you who they're going to put over.
Who?
Lyra Velcro.
Oh, come on, man.
They are, bro. Because, bro, what does that set up? A match
Becky Lynch again.
There you go, bro.
They had an NXT championship match.
That's what it's going to set up, bro.
There's no character in that, man.
That's what they're going to do, bro.
I can see that happening. The reason why I'm disappointed in that choice is because it's WWE real. That's what type of real it is. I do think it's something that WWE would do. They got tape from NXT. Let's do a rematch. You beat me once for the NXT championship. You're not going to do it again for the world title. Man, just on the previous episode on Raw, they had her cut a promo after she won the match for Queen of the Ring, and it was flat, man. The crowd just wasn't in it.
It was flat.
When here's a question to you, Vince. When you do those like in-ring post-match interviews, is that just sending feelers out to see how the crowd reacts to it? Is that intentional to do those types of interviews? Because they don't do it with everybody. Yeah. Why do you think it's intentional that they would do that with the Lyra Valkyrie?
Yeah, it's a test. It's a test to see how the people react to her. There's no question about that.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. Now that you mention that, we didn't talk about that on Monday. That was very flat.
Yeah. So I don't know if, but to the points that we've been talking about ad nauseum at this point, these NXT call-ups without proper prep or proper build or proper vignettes is going to have this type of reaction. And so I don't see why they would think that for some odd reason between now and a few months from now, there's going to be a big match feel when it comes to Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyrie. But unfortunately, I do think that could happen. Yeah. But I do think the character of Chelsea Green would be fun
Chelsea
to see.
Green. Bro, I love both of them. I love Chelsea and Piper Niven. I'm fans of both of them. I don't think they have enough stock, or they hold enough stock in either one of those two. I just don't.
Now so you have a year to cash it in. Could the WWE really work on Chelsea Green enough to make her very, very infectious as far as the fans between now and
she can get infectious on her own, bro.
Yeah.
On her own. She can she knows how to get herself over. She could do that on her own in spite of them. I just don't think they look at her that way. Unfortunately.
They haven't been. I've been saying that they just don't look at her that way, unfortunately. I think they look at her as like a modern day female version of Santino Marella. That's what I think that they look at her that way, just some comic relief, figure. But I don't know. I think they should do it, man. I think she has athleticism. She has the character clearly. And
I'm not against it at all. At all. I'm looking at her track record, the way they book her, the way they view her, and I don't think they view her that way.
Yeah, so if they don't view her that way, do you think that she's reached a ceiling in her career in WWE?
She's in that Damian Sandow spot, bro. I mean, that's the spot she's in. It just feels like to me that's what they're always going to have her doing.
Yeah, that's
and if I was booking, that's not what she would always be doing. Bro, when you watch that match this past week with Piper Niven and Jade Cargill, and you just watch Chelsea Green on the outside, she gets it, bro.
Yeah.
She 1000% gets it.
Yeah. That's what charisma does, man. It takes you above some people in the line.